Hi guys, so today I want to talk about a well-known hair extension company who I recently purchased from, and that company is Foxy extensions. They're very well known, and some people love them, some people hate them. This is actually my second set of Foxy locks, and there's just a couple of things that have been annoying me to the point where I don't feel my money was that well spent. I got the 215 gram set in caramel, I believe, but I had to dye them because they were a bit too light for my hair. Now, when I was choosing what colour to have, it was so difficult because the website, it helps a bit, but the colours are just not well represented on the website, and I know that Imogen says in the videos that it's really hard because each computer screen is different, blah blah blah, but it looked nothing like the picture, the colour that I got, so that was annoying. These are the extensions. The hair is very, very thick, and presumably you're watching this either if you're subscribed to me or either you are looking whether or not to spend money on Foxy locks. Now yes, the hair is very, very thick, which is good, but you also do have to pay a lot of money for it. These cost me £120, and the only difference between the Superior set and the Deluxe set is the volumizer weft, which I have a problem with. Just 2 weeks after purchasing the Foxy locks, half of the clip stitching undoes on the volumizer weft, which is really, really annoying. Personally, I like the volumizer weft. It's a lot thicker. I think it's like 55 grams. It is kind of heavy. And I also noticed that the stitching of it is quite shoddy. I put a picture on Instagram showing people what had happened. The clip had come off, and other people commented saying that the sewing was just really, really crappy on this, and I can't help but agree. I mean, it's quite messily done, and the fact that the clip's coming off even after 2 weeks is ridiculous. I haven't actually got round to doing it because I can't find a bloody needle, but I have to put that in and then put a grip over the top of it to keep it in. I also think in terms of the volumizer weft, these clips are not long enough depth wise, because there's just so much weight and hair to hold that doesn't really anchor that much of your own hair, so you often find it pulls, and it becomes a little bit painful after you're wearing them for a while. Another thing I noticed might be because of me, my own fault. However, I came to put my extensions in the other day, and I tried to put one of the 1-inch ones in, and the clip doesn't do anything. It's just like a piece of metal attached to it. Whereas this one, you see it clips up and down. This one doesn't do anything. So somehow the clip is broken, and I have no idea how to explain that because it's not as though I've been leaving my extensions all over the floor for really heavy people to stand on. So I don't quite know how to explain that. Also, you get a lot of loose stitches hanging off. Doesn't bother some people, although I think for the price you pay, I think they could be finished up a little better, because you really, really don't want to be wearing your extensions and then have a random piece of string in your hair. Like, that's just embarrassing if someone else points it out to you before you notice it. Another thing I noticed is, I think it's the 5 or 6 inch wefts that are supposed to go at the back of your head, could really do with being longer. They finish about here, maybe not even that, they finish about there. And I discussed this with a friend of mine who also bought Foxy locks, and she thinks they could be longer too because they just leave all of this space. Now, you could argue that that's what you use the 1-inch clips for. I personally use the 1-inch underneath here to disguise my own hair, because without them being there, it looks obvious that I've got extensions, and it's just not worth it really. So not only did I purchase the extensions, I also purchased the case too. The pattern is very, very lovely. I've showed you this on my clipping in Foxy Locks extensions, but I did mention in that video that the sewing on this was a bit crappy. I mean, if you look at how the Velcro has been attached, there's loose threads hanging off, and down here where it's supposed to be piping to create a neat edge, it's had to go over twice, and it looks messy. If you look here, on this side you've got a black bit going off to the side and you can't really see it so much that side. I feel like it was really cheaply made. It cost me, I think it was like £16 or £18, but I can't help but feel it was cheaply made at all. What I would say is if you're looking into buying Foxy Locks, you do not need the Superior set. That is why I always tell people who ask me on Instagram, you do not need them. I first had the 160 grams, an ex-boyfriend bought them me, and I loved them, and they were nice and thick. The only difference with the Superior set is that volumizer weft, which isn't made very well at all. The clips have come off mine, and it's really heavy, and you could do with bigger clips on it just to hold it on. With that in, it's a massively volumized look, and you know, very heavy. If you're wearing them all day, it makes my head sore personally. I really would save your money and just go with the deluxe set. I thought about it, but because I couldn't help but get the Superior set just because it was something new, and I thought, you know what, it's got to be better, it'll be worth it. But it really isn't, and I wish I'd just got the deluxe set. I am still going to be wearing my clip-in extensions. I mean, I have paid a lot of money for them and it would be stupid to waste them. I do need to replace one of the clips, which luckily came with a spare clip in the pack, and I need to sew that loose clip back on, which I shouldn't have to do, especially not after 2 weeks of not continuous wearing. Apart from that, it really is your decision, but make sure you really take everything into account because it is a lot of money and it's not like you can go out and buy another lot straight away. If I ever am looking at clip-ins next time, I'm gonna look somewhere else because I don't want to buy them a third time. I hope you're all having a lovely day. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. Links to my Facebook and Instagram are down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!